I just returned from a medical conference in Tokyo, and what I saw in a local park at 6 a.m. completely changed how I think about aging. There were dozens of people in their 70s and 80s moving in ways that would make most 50-year-olds jealous. No fancy equipment, no gym memberships, just 6 simple movements that Japanese seniors do every single day. And here's what shocked me as a board-certified physician. Recent studies show these movements may be more effective than walking for preventing falls, maintaining independence, and adding healthy years to your life. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to do all 6, and why movement number 4 is the one gerontologists call the independence preserver. Before I show you the first movement, you need to understand something crucial about Japanese culture that makes this work. In Japan, seniors don't just sit in chairs all day. They sit on the floor. They get up from the floor multiple times, every single day. And this one habit creates a compound effect that protects something critical in your body. The morning squat isn't like the squats you might be thinking of. Here's exactly how Japanese seniors do it. Stand with feet shoulder-width apart, toes slightly pointed out. Hold onto a counter or sturdy chair for balance. Lower yourself slowly, only as far as comfortable. The goal isn't depth, it's control. Rise back up using your leg muscles, not your arms. Start with 3 to 5 repetitions. Here's why this matters. A 2023 study in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity found that seniors who could perform just 5 controlled squats had a 43% lower risk of falls over the next 3 years. But it's not just about fall prevention. This movement maintains your ability to get on and off the toilet independently, get in and out of cars, and pick things up from low shelves. These are the activities that determine whether you age in your own home or in a facility. Now, the morning squat strengthens your lower body, but movement number 2 targets something even more important, and most Americans completely ignore it. Japanese seniors do this while brushing their teeth, waiting for tea to steep, even while watching TV. And neurologists say it's rebuilding something in your brain that naturally deteriorates after 50. Your vestibular system, your body's balance control center, loses about 40% of its function between age 50 and 80. But here's the incredible part. You can rebuild it with just 60 seconds a day. The balance stand is deceptively simple. Stand near a wall or counter for safety. Lift one foot slightly off the ground. Just an inch is fine. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds. Switch feet. As you improve, try closing your eyes for 5 to 10 seconds. A landmark study from Kyoto University followed 13,000 seniors for 13 years. Those who could balance on one leg for at least 20 seconds had dramatically lower rates of stroke, cognitive decline, and mobility loss. The researchers concluded that this single test predicted healthy aging better than cholesterol levels or blood pressure. But here's what makes the Japanese approach different. They don't just test their balance, they train it daily. And when you combine this with movement 3, something remarkable happens to your posture. If you've noticed your shoulders rounding forward or your head jutting out, you're experiencing what physical therapists call tech neck. And it's not just about looking older, it's compressing something vital. Your thoracic spine, the middle section of your back, houses nerves that control your breathing, digestion, and even heart function. When this area becomes compressed and rounded, it doesn't just affect your posture. Japanese movement specialists have identified a direct link between thoracic mobility and what they call life energy. The wall angel opens up your chest and retrains proper posture. stand with your back against a wall. Press your lower back, shoulders, and head against the wall. Raise your arms to shoulder height, elbows bent 90 degrees. Slowly slide your arms up the wall, like making a snow angel. Keep everything touching the wall as you move. Perform 8 to 10 slow repetitions. Here's what happens. This movement counteracts hours of forward-leaning activities, like reading, cooking, and computer work. A 2022 study showed that just 2 weeks of daily wall angels increased lung capacity by an average of 12% in seniors. That means more oxygen to your brain, better energy levels, and improved endurance for daily activities. And when Japanese seniors combine this with movement 4, the one I mentioned earlier, they maintain something most Western seniors lose entirely by age 70. Gerontologists call this the movement that predicts your future. Can you do it? Because if you can't, research shows you're 3 times more likely to need assistance with daily activities within 5 years. It's called the floor transfer, and it's exactly what it sounds like. Getting down to the floor and back up again without using your hands. Don't worry, we'll start with a modified version. Beginner level. Start seated in a sturdy chair. Place a cushion or yoga mat on the floor beside you. Slowly lower yourself to kneeling position, using the chair for support. Sit back on your heels. Use the chair to help you return to standing. Advanced level. Lower yourself to a cross-legged sitting position on the floor. Use minimal hand support. Return to standing using primarily leg strength. A groundbreaking Brazilian study called the Sitting Rising Test followed over 2,000 adults aged 51 to 80 for 6 years. Those who could sit and rise from the floor with minimal hand support had a mortality rate 6 times lower than those who couldn't. This single movement tests and trains your flexibility, strength, balance, and coordination all at once. Japanese seniors practice this daily, often during their tea ceremony or meditation time. They're not just maintaining fitness, they're preserving the physical capacity that allows them to live independently well into their 80s and 90s. Now, movements 5 and 6 work together to protect something even more precious than mobility. You might think this one looks silly, but neurologists are calling it brain insurance. And when you see what it does to the connection between your hands and your mind, you'll understand why Japanese seniors are obsessed with it. Your hands contain more nerve endings than almost any other part of your body. When you move your fingers in coordinated patterns, you're actually building new neural pathways in your brain. The finger dance is a coordination exercise. Touch your thumb to each finger in sequence: index, middle, ring, pinky. Do this on both hands simultaneously. Reverse the pattern. Gradually increase speed. Try different patterns, alternating hands, opposite sequences. Perform for 2 to 3 minutes daily while watching TV or listening to music. Research from Tokyo Medical University showed that daily finger coordination exercises improved cognitive function scores by 23% over 6 months in seniors aged 65 to 85. The benefits included better memory, faster processing speed, and improved fine motor control, the skills you need for buttoning clothes, writing, cooking, and handling medication. But here's where it gets really interesting. When you combine this brain-hand connection with our final movement, you're engaging something called the mind-body loop. This last movement isn't just physical. It's the secret ingredient that makes everything else more effective. And Western medicine is finally catching up to what Japanese seniors have known for centuries. Stress hormones, particularly cortisol, directly interfere with muscle recovery, bone density, and immune function. Japanese seniors don't just move their bodies, they move with intention and breath. The gratitude breath combines movement with mindfulness. Stand comfortably with feet hip-width apart. Inhale slowly through your nose for 4 counts, while raising your arms overhead. Hold for 2 counts at the top. Exhale for 6 counts while lowering your arms, thinking of one thing you're grateful for. Repeat 5 to 10 times. A 2023 study in the Journal of Preventive Medicine found that combining gentle movement with intentional breathing reduced inflammatory markers by 31% in seniors, inflammation being a key driver of heart disease, arthritis, diabetes, and cognitive decline. This is why Japanese seniors have among the highest life expectancies in the world. They're not just living longer, they're living better, with more mobility, independence, and joy than their Western counterparts. Here's the beautiful part. You don't need to do all 6 movements at once. The Japanese approach is about consistency, not intensity. Your simple starting plan. Week 1. Choose 2 movements and do them daily. Week 2. Add 1 more movement. Week 3. Add another. By week 4, you're doing all 6, just a few minutes each. The total time commitment? About 10 to 15 minutes a day. That's less time than most people spend scrolling social media. As a physician, I've seen thousands of patients over 50. The ones who maintain their independence, avoid falls, and continue doing the activities they love all share one thing. They move intentionally every single day. These 6 movements aren't magic. They're strategic. Each one addresses a specific aspect of aging: strength, balance, posture, coordination, cognitive function, and stress management. You don't need to be in perfect health to start. You don't need special equipment. You just need to begin. If you found this helpful, save this video so you can reference these movements. And if you want more evidence-based strategies for healthy aging, check out the video I made about the 5 morning habits that Japanese seniors swear by for longevity. I'll link it in the description. Your future self will thank you for the small steps you take today.